Hi, everybody, and welcome to Feedback. I'm Nick Vole. Today, we're taking a look at the Foundation for Vancouver Public Schools and how it's continuing to offer support to students even in this unusual time of COVID. They recently released their annual report and had some interesting things to say about the ways they're helping kids. And joining me now from the Foundation are Nada Wheelock and Melinda Cannell. Guys, thanks for being here.
Hi, thanks, Nick.
Thanks.
So, guys, for those who are unfamiliar, what exactly is the Foundation and how does it help kids?
Sure. So the foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit, which is to say we are completely separate from the Vancouver Public School District, but everything we do is to support Vancouver Public School students and families. And for over 30 years, our foundation has helped to remove barriers to learning that students face due to economic need. And we also give students access to experiences and mentors to help them thrive inside school and out.
Autumn, is usually the most exciting part of the school year where everyone gets going. This year's obviously so weird and different. How has your mission changed with school being so much different and families, in real need in ways maybe they haven't been in a long time?
So I think the key to the foundation being able to help families in this unprecedented times is really the history over the last 30 years of the foundation stepping up and meeting families in crisis and helping to stabilize kids no matter what the situation is. And so this year is really no different. So some of the tactics of how resources are distributed have changed, but the needs are there year in and year out. So some of the things I can share is the work that schools are doing with the help of the Family Community Resource Centers. So last year, for example, actually the last 5 years, we've had a school supply drive that last year brought in over 5 tons of physical school supplies. Well, this year, due to COVID, we didn't have a school supply drive, but the need was still there, and we shifted to a financial resource drive or appeal. So using that money, each school was able to purchase the supplies they needed and then distribute those supplies directly to families. Coordinators are working with principals and counselors to also distribute food. And sometimes the need for food is beyond what partners can provide. And so that's, again, where they can use foundation resources to purchase grocery gift cards and to do porch visits and bring food to families that are in really dire straits.
And during these COVID times, the need is great, as we've discussed, but it seems like also the willingness of our community to support kids is high. I know Melinda mentioned businesses are supporting the foundation, but you guys also get a lot of support from staff members, and I know your annual campaign with them has just begun. Could you kind of talk to us about how staff members contribute to the foundation and maybe why they're so passionate about doing that?
Yeah, I could speak to that. So the VPS staff drive is an opportunity for VPS employees to give back to organizations that directly benefit students of VPS. And so the Foundation for VPS has been a major beneficient of this drive. Historically, around 50% of staff have given. We just started the drive this year, and it's a little bit different because some of the staff are out of the building. The economic factors affect us all. But just in the first week, we've had great participation from staff who've wanted to give out of their monthly paychecks to give back to support the students that they see every day that have needs that go beyond what the district can legally provide for them. So there's been great support over many years from district staff, district leadership, recognizing that the foundation really is making a difference in the lives of their students and families, and providing the resources that their students need to come to school ready to learn and be successful in school. So we've been really grateful for that support. And it's really made a difference over the years. And also, we've been really fortunate to have IQ Credit Union for the last 4 years want to help encourage giving, and each of the last 4 years, they've offered an additional $20,000 to help with that staff giving. And so that's made donations go even further to help our students.
And I know that you guys have just in the last couple of days released your community impact report for the last year. Can you give us some highlights of some of the things that the foundation has achieved this year?
You know, we looked at what we were able to accomplish last year, thanks to donations from individuals, our businesses, business donors, business sponsors, other community foundations, and our community partners. And we looked at the impact those donations had for the main areas where we serve children, which would be basic needs support, food stability, housing support, access to supplies, as well as, you know, health services, mental health, dental vision, access to mentoring, enrichment, and the engagement grants that we provide, that we offer for every school building annually, as well as access to early learning and parent and family engagement. So we were able to report back to the community how important these donations are to serving our children, and just the impact that they've had. Also an opportunity to thank our many partners and community business supporters that enable us to do this work for our families and students.
Sure, sort of filling in where the school can't provide certain things, you guys can, and working with the schools to make sure that kids get what they need to learn, like on a basic level, but also some more advanced stuff, some extra opportunities and things like that.
I can rattle off. There are so many organizations, individuals, entrepreneurs, and companies who have stepped up to help students in Vancouver. And I hate to name anyone because you really leave off, you know, lots of people, but I'll mention Dick Hanna Dealerships was a big sponsor of the school supply drive. Columbia Credit Union has been a long-term supporter. We have US Bank providing grants for schools to do some exciting things. Craig Stein Beverage, Mark Mathias and Beaches. Boy, I'm leaving so many people. I didn't jot things down. But I would say in our annual impact, you will see a list of over 50 organizations and businesses who are community champions. And that means that they have given at least $5,000 in a single year. And then you'll see another 50 who are supporters that give in the $1,000 to $5,000 level. So it's really incredible for our community to have that many people supporting students in a major way.
And have you heard from them?
We have that list on our website as well. We like to recognize our partners. We also have hundreds of community partners who also offer support for our students or provide in kind to help our financial investment go even further with donated goods. And we've not as gotten so many calls just over the last months with businesses calling and wanting to know how they can help. Businesses have donated books and supplies. We have partnerships with technology providers to help students access internet. So there's a lot of desire out there to want to make this situation better for students, and just acknowledgement that it is a hard time for many families right now.
One of my favorite events of the fall for you guys is that student chess drive, where students actually bring whatever they can to school and they try to, outraise each other. Could you tell us what the status of the student chess drive is this year? Because obviously kids are not in school buildings bringing in coins.
Yeah, so for the most part, we have decided to postpone the events of the student chess drive until the spring. Ideally, if they can get together, and it's such a fun event. It is, a lot of it surrounds around having events and doing things as team members, and so they'd be missing out on that with an effort to try to hold something now. There are leadership classes throughout the district that are still trying to do some fundraisers as part of their curriculum, learning about organizing events and giving back, and And so our hope is that in the spring, we can approach it and make it be even more meaningful for the students. You know, finding ways that they can become more engaged in their community, learn more about the assistance that our foundation and other local nonprofits provide to help their fellow classmates, and make it be even a greater opportunity to come together and help others, and have that sense of camaraderie that we like to see normally in the fall. So it hasn't gone away for this year. Some schools are just scaling back a bit, and then in the fall we'll look to ways to really engage the students and help it be a meaningful experience for them.
For you guys personally, what does it feel like, or how does it feel, I suppose, now in this great time of need to be able to help people? Because, that's what you guys do every day, but now more than ever, it seems like you're needed. Could you kind of talk about your own reflections on this time and helping the community?
So what I will share is that the need never goes away. And this year, I know our colleagues are having to say no to more and more families who are in dire straits, and they're really focusing on the families that are in the most critical situation. And so I think where I find hope is knowing how many people in our community, how many organizations, nonprofit, businesses, churches are all coming together with a common goal. And that I think with everyone doing a little bit, we can really make a difference in a lot of people's lives. No one organization can do everything. And so, my message is don't feel hopeless, and whatever someone can do, it might be as simple as just giving someone a smile and some grace with all the craziness out there. That might be enough to help that family manage the next challenge. And certainly for people that are able to give of their time, of their treasure, there's no time like today. So thank you. And we are lucky to have a foundation with over 330 years of history and resources and donors to be able to step up during these times.
Well, thanks so much for joining me, and continue the great work.
Thank you so much, Nick.
Thank you.
And if you want to learn more about the Foundation for Vancouver Public Schools and how it's helping kids in our schools, go to their website, foundationforvps.org. And until next time, I'm Nick Bohl.